Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boycott Everything podcast. My name's Wooley. I'm here with Rev, as always. How's it going, Rev?
What up, what up, what up? 2020, baby, let's go.
Woo. As always, guys, you can check us out on the YouTubes right here. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Make sure to follow us on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, I don't know, what else is there? I feel like there's something missing, Rev. There, like, where else?
Reddit.
Reddit.
We have to start a Reddit.
Yeah, we do. We should start a Reddit. The Reddit wasn't what I was thinking of, though. I feel like there's something missing, but I just don't know.
I just can't put my hand around it. Wait, no, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, like I can't. Like it's on my lips. I can feel it
I'm
deep
stroking
inside
my
me.
chin.
I'm sure
I
we'll
don't
figure
remember.
it out.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll figure it out after the show, but you know. But welcome to the show, guys. First show of 2020, and after a bit of a hiatus.
So I do want to get into that. Let's get the good, the bad, and the ugly out the way. So the ugly, we went on hiatus because the youngest boycotter, my son Sean, decided that he would, for some reason, be born with diabetes. God.
Oh, how horrible of him to be born like that.
And last year in November, he got really sick and came close to losing his foot, had some severe diabetic issues. And my heart wasn't in anything except for trying to help him and getting things right with him. So we just kind of unofficially went on. I thought we were done with Boycott. And then I decided, you know what? 2019 was a fucking wreck. It was horrible for me, emotionally, physically, everything. And we're going to start 2020 off with the bang. So for the next 30 days, every day you will get content on this channel, on the YouTubes.
Yeah, we're also changing it up a little bit on the format where it's just going to be mostly me and Rev for the most part. We're not going to be too heavy on guests or anything like that. If it happens, it happens. But I think that's kind of one of the issues we did run into was we had a lot of
cancellations at the last minute.
Yeah, cancellations, conflicts. Like it got to a point where it affected us putting out content, and we don't want to deal with that bullshit. If we miss out a day, it's going to be because we fucked up, or
we won't miss out a day.
Yeah,
we will not miss out a day for January. That will not happen. We have 20 days planned for you, being live streamed on Twitch, and also going live as soon as we're done streaming it and putting it on Twitch. It will be sent over to YouTube from Wooley, and we will be recording 8 special episodes that we have picked very specific topics to talk about. And for the most part, you'll see the new format to where even Wooley won't talk a lot. He will just be the background and the hype man. And then we have 3 topics that we will be talking about that is special because Wooley will be going to his hockey games. And yes, this is important to us, but I got him involved. It's my fault he is the way he is with hockey now. So I would never in my right mind blame him for wanting to go to a hockey game that he paid season tickets for. So that being said, over on Twitch, Blind John, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you give us a follow on YouTube. That will be in the channel soonish.
That's probably someone that came from me because Blind John is a person I know from back in my old YouTube days.
Oh, cool.
He's actually blind, and that's actually how he spells his name.
Cool.
Jhon.
Excellent.
He's just a quick note. He did YouTube for a while, and even though he's blind, he somehow edited his own videos.
Listen, well, his volume is low as shit on here.
Yeah, on the actual recording that we're doing, we're
even.
Normal. Yeah, hopefully.
The 20 days, the 20 days that we'll be recording live on Twitch and going on, it will be pertinent news stories for that day and only that day, except for Mondays. On Mondays, we discuss what happened Saturday and Sunday, and unless he had hockey, it will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But he has no hockey games on Mondays. They're always on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays. So we decided that the weekends we're going to do recorded shows. During the week, we will be doing news shows. People can say and claim that we're biting off of other news YouTubers. I don't care. We're not talking about a bunch of topics. We're talking about 2 max per person, discussing them in detail, and then just moving the fuck on with our life. There's not going to be no high edit. It's going to be a podcast version of a news show with a show on the weekends for you.
Yeah, like quite literally, this recording is going to go from my folder, probably straight directly uploaded. Because, like...
He's just going to put our names on the screen. That's it. Ta-da!
Yeah, pretty much.
So today we're doing retrospect, which is, a year just ended. So we have to discuss that year. But we also have to discuss the year coming up. So we have 4 topics for you. 2 of them kind of deal with each other. One of them Wooley doesn't know about, and the other one is the one we will start with, which is the attitudes between the political sides in 2019. They may have been the most toxic, bullshitted, baby-ass behavior in the history of humankind.
Oh, God, I don't even want to get started on this one.
So... since we don't want to take this too seriously, this conversation may not last very long, but it still needs to be had, and things still need to be said. So I'll start off, Wooley. I'll make this shit really easy. If both sides of the political fence can stop being little bitches, I'd be thankful. Thanks.
I think I share the same sentiment, just a little bit different wording. If both sides of the aisle could stop being little bitch-ass snowflakes, that'd be great. If they take the time to actually talk instead of yell, and they actually were like, hey, let's kind of work together here instead of
what's that word that we're doing to each other now that people that are going to be watching on YouTube and is watching on Twitch doing right now?
Conversate.
Listening.
Yep.
If I am more liberal, but I'm a centrist. I believe in equality for all, no matter what people have done in their past. People can change. I believe that every human being on the earth should have Medicare, should have medical care given to them by their country, but taxed by their government. I believe that maybe we shouldn't be shooting people in the streets if you're a police officer for any fucking reason, unless somebody's actually shooting at you first. I believe in those things. But I also believe that there's not just demons on either side. Mm. There's not just wrong on either side. There's right and wrong on the left. There's right and wrong on the right, and there's right and wrong in the middle. And that's my beliefs on the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat, except I tend to lean a little bit more conservative, but I try to be as centrist as possible, too. It's like, I don't like the idea of getting taxed to shit for certain things, but, if it's for the benefit of the country, I wouldn't say no. I'd just be like, okay, can we do this right? Yeah,
can we create a system that's proper?
That's not going to bankrupt us, or, the money we pay in is just going to poof disappear, like what seems to happen with everything.
That's what happens now. So, what would be different?
Yeah, no, and that's kind of the big reason I've always kind of hesitant with, something like a Medicare for All program, is because, I currently work for a company that receives money from state and federal government to provide psychological treatment and behavioral treatment for teenagers, basically. And that money takes forever to come in, and the money that we get is not that great for what we provide. So Like, I'm always kind of hesitant whenever I hear that stuff because I know how slow government can be with their financial obligations.
And it's weird because see, I'm the opposite. I know that 33 to 55% of my taxes currently just fucking disappears.
Yeah,
Right now, just fucking disappears.
right.
If you take another 11%, because that's what basic lines across the globe is 66% tax rate, and you get free Medicare and you get free schooling.
Hmm.
It's not free. That's the thing I don't think the conservatives are really understanding. It's not fucking free. It's still 11% more. And here's the difference. I don't know where my tax money goes now. Like, do you? Me and you do taxes for a living,
Yeah.
and you still don't fully understand why 87% of the United States taxes are going to a military fund when we're not in war.
Well, I
But
mean,
I can't let Sean go to the hospital because he has a hole the size of a softball in his foot, and he's a tiny, skinny man because he can't afford the health care. That we had to start a GoFundMe. I didn't start it. Aegon started it. We had to start a GoFundMe to try to get some help for the medical bills that people ignored because that's human nature, actually. Human nature is not to help people and to give. I have nothing but liberal friends. I think that with the loss of a friend that I lost last year, you're the only pretty much you and Jaron are the only conservative friends I really have left.
yeah,
You
probably
and
right.
Jaron gave to it. What's the difference? That's my question to you. What is the difference between you helping that GoFundMe or helping pay 11% more in taxes and maybe helping hundreds of other people?
Well, I think the genuine argument would be, or the general argument from the right would probably be something like, that's a personal choice that I made or that anyone that donated to that GoFundMe made. Whereas whenever you have a tax from the government, that is basically someone else telling you, "Hey, give me your money." That that is the
But they're doing that already.
Yeah, and you see how the conservatives with the more recent tax laws have been, where they are like, try to cut taxes for people, and we've seen the lower tax rates for everybody. It doesn't seem like it because they also fucked with the withholding tables and
Well, and not just that, it's 47 states and local local municipal. I can't say that word, but 40
municipalities.
yes, uh, put in a higher minimum wage starting today.
Yeah, Illinois is one of them. We went from, I think it was was it 8.25 or eight
It was
fifty
eight.
now.
Right, the last time I was there was 8.25, so
Yeah,
probably still 8.25.
it went from 8.25 to, I think it went to 9.25 today, and then on July 1 it's going to go up to 10, and then every July 1st for the next like 5 or so years it's going to go up $1 until it reaches 15. So
I just, and it's the only thing I really hardly disagree with Jaron on. It's like, look, man, I believe I was raised, so were you, so were 90% of the Americans that claim they're American. You were raised to believe in you're not as strong as a country as your weakest members of your country.
mhm.
And we're allowing people like Sean, when I was going through that entire journey, and it's one of the things I held in and it depressed me is while I was going through that journey, I read so many stories of people dying because they couldn't afford fucking insulin.
Right, because insulin's like what, like
Well, Sean gets he gets a little bit of help through insurance with his mom, and we still pay like three a month for it. For it,
300, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's if he's had a healthy month where he didn't have to bolus a lot and have to take care of things a lot. If it's more than that, fuck, man.
Hmm.
and and that's not something like, well, you chose. Now, he didn't choose to wake up when he was born and go, oh well, I'm going to have a debilitating disease the rest of my life. I chose that. And I think it hit more home with me after the situation with Sean happened than before it did. It bothered me before, and now it really fucking bothers me. I'd much rather pay more taxes if it means people like Sean can get help immediately than families having to struggle, open up GoFundMe, hopes that people get kindness in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean doesn't deserve that. He bust his ass. Like,
Yeah.
there's people out there that don't eat. One of my friends, Rebecca, she has a daughter. She has a son named Maury, and he was on the football team in Lake Wells, Florida. And I read today that the Lake Wells High School was covered. All of the meals that was owed for all the students was covered by a church. Why is that even a fucking sentence I can say in 2020? Why is that even a sentence I could say in any year? Because when I was growing up, if you didn't have food, lunch money, you still fucking ate. They still made sure you ate. They didn't suspend you for school for having a till.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember back whenever I was in school, like how they handled that. Because I remember like it'd be like every week we get a little like a piece of paper say, hey, here's how much the meals you charged from last week are. Just get this to your parents and make sure they pay. And
Well,
mom and dad write a
as
check, or if you were you know discounted, or if you were on the free lunch program.
as somebody that owns a house in Illinois, but I also have nieces and nephews that go to school in Illinois. Illinois is one of the few states that doesn't suspend students for not paying a till. It's
Yeah.
still abhorrent that they don't let them eat, but at least they don't kick them out of school for not being able to not eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think
like,
that's one of the few things Illinois does try to do real well, and that's like trying to make sure that they get like the lunches, like try to make that as good as like good for families as possible. It's just I'm trying to think if the suspension stuff's more locale things. I don't think that's a statewide issues. I think
in Louisiana, unless it's dramatically changed in the last 14 months, you can't graduate high school if you owe food money. So let me get this right. A child goes through all that struggle and bullying and crap that's going on in high school,
mm-hmm.
gets to the finishing line and is told, because you couldn't eat and couldn't pay for your own food, you can't graduate.
Yeah.
You got to come back next year so we can put more debt on you. So colleges are putting us in debt, and now they are. But it was still food. It was still food, John. Like, I
Yeah.
agree. And for YouTube, Blind John said, when I was a kid, these kids with parents who didn't pay only got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or just peanut butter, or just butter, or just an apple. But it was still food. You didn't get suspended. You didn't get, like Aegon just said, not being able to graduate. Like, that's fucking ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
And until both sides of the fence gives in a little bit and listens to each other, we go nowhere.
Yeah, but are either side going to give in? I don't see either side giving in on anything.
If Bernie Sanders, like, I can't believe I'm saying this in the year of 2020, but if Bernie Sanders has a chance to win the election, everybody we know should vote for him.
See, I don't even think he has a chance. I think the Democratic Party is going to fuck him over again because he is way too far left for the base.
But he's not left. If you listen to what he says, he's not left. He is a fucking centrist.
Okay.
Everything he says is centrist. People take snippets and little things he says about certain situations and says he's radical left. I'm sorry, giving food to every human being that lives in our country is not left. It's called human decency.
Well, I would say that he's left based on the American political spectrum. like maybe like compared to the rest of the world, he's more centrist, like as far as political stances are concerned. But whenever it comes to the standard spectrum that we have in the United States, like even the Democrats are still, they're still kind of right of
Well,
center.
yes, well, they're right of center, but here's the thing: they don't like him not because he's too far left. They don't like him because they change. He changes their way of life. Yang
Yeah.
and Sanders are the only two people I will vote for in this presidency. If not, Percy Miller will get my vote again because we don't need another old school Democrat that is racist. I don't give a damn what they're saying. Democrats as a whole, when it comes to the left side, are pretty fucking racist.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other choice is Trump. I
Yeah.
don't want to know. I don't want Cheeto in office again no more.
Yeah, I didn't like. I normally would vote Republican, but that election I went third party. Trump to me is not a Republican. He's an asshole.
No, I think he is in now. I think he is a Republican. His entire presidency has showed what the Republican Party is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's depressing. I know, but
Yeah. It. I.
we're not talking about impeachment. We're talking about, and I quote, the greatest coup in the history of the world. Literally said by his fucking lawyer today.
Like. Oh my god. I don't even want to know. Like, I don't know where to start. Like with him, as far as like this whole like it's a fucking coup, blah blah blah. Like, it's dude, shut the fuck up. Like, look,
It's a
if he
coup. So has he been drug out of the White House and beat to death?
no
Because that's part of a coup. Has people tried to light Washington D.C. on fire?
no
That's a coup. Has our United States military refused to orders that he's given?
no.
That's a coup. Like they don't know what a coup is. They don't know. There's so many things they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh.
Saying Trump has shown what the Republican Party is that you would be doing exactly what you said people shouldn't be doing. No, it's not, and I say that with confidence, John, to you because um, they need to listen. But that deals. You can talk to it. You can talk to a spotted dog with your eyes closed. Doesn't change the fact it's still a spotted dog.
I love how you said with your eyes closed to a blind dude.
That's because saying it as to a blind guy, saying being blind doesn't change the fact because that's the actual saying. The saying that my mother taught me is there's a difference between being blind and choosing to be blind.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is a little bit more offensive to say to a blind guy than the way I worded it. Because my mama was kind of offensive when it comes to the way she thinks of situations. Just, it's that old adage. What's the other one? A leopard without any spots is still a leopard.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they are what they are showing they are doesn't mean there shouldn't be conversation. Because even with evil assholes, you can spark conversation. I wholeheartedly believe that. There's nobody on this earth that's irredeemable.
Yeah.
There's some people on this earth that I think are too far gone, but I guess it's just the way I was raised, my friend. That's all.
Yeah. I just hope whenever Trump is gone from politics, which whether that's within the next year or if that's 4 years from now or whenever it is, like I hope someone from the Republican Party comes in and like modernizes it or like gets away from this like populist like direction they're going in.
It's never going to happen.
I
Just
know.
like
I can dream, damn it. I can fucking dream.
But dreaming about things we know are never going to happen is unrealistic. and it hurts the psyche of a human being. That's
Yeah.
like when I was growing up, my mother dreamed, Mama Williams dreamed that the Democratic Party would not throw black people under the bus on a constant basis. She died in 2001, still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit hasn't changed to this day.
But Black President Obama, blah blah. Nah, still doing it.
No, you're still doing it.
Like, ugh. I don't know.
I if the world is not willing to change, then burn it to the ground. But I feel that conversations can change the world. Conversations, debates that are healthy, not one sided, not one person calling names, standing in front of 300 congressmen quoting the Bible and saying that somebody's being mistreated harder than Pontius Pilate treated Jesus, but also at the same time, 5 minutes later, acting like Donald Trump is the, in fact, devil. He's an idiot. He's out of control. He's bad. He's horrible for our country. He's still not Saddam Hussein, folks.
Yeah. So there's nothing's going to change until we stop having these yelling matches on Twitter. That unfortunately I see all the goddamn time on my timeline.
Yeah.
Until the yelling matches stop and the conversations begin, nothing's going to change.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It's going to be
So,
whichever party is in control is going to decide where we go. And, you know, that's the sad truth about it. It's not going to be like a, you know.
it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because the world can be better.
And
so next topic, we're gonna change gears and lighten it up a whole lot. Next topic. So I don't know if some of you guys have heard, but WWE has some competition finally. Question mark? No, and 2019 became the scene, the indie wrestling scene, and the mass repopulation of eyes to video games, eyes to wrestling, and eyes to people that judge wrestling. So the debated part of this is gatekeeping across everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's discuss gatekeeping.
Are we about to get into this hurricane business?
Well, here's the thing, guys. I named the stream. And the title of our first episode for 2020 is me throwing shade.
What up with
Don't
that?
give a fuck. Somebody that I respected. I actually love this motherfucker. Me and Wooley had conversations that his time with 3LV and the entire hurricane gimmick was one of the greatest moments in all of wrestling history. This year, I got blocked by one of my heroes because I made the statement that somebody was white.
Yeah.
And instead of him being open to what I'm saying and understanding that I wasn't making it a race issue, I was speaking a truth. He said that I was race baiting, which motherfucker, I know you're famous and I'm not, and you don't know me, but race baiting to me is fucking funny. Spoiler alert, I don't believe that there's a goddamn thing considered on this earth considered race baiting. You're fucking ignorant. Second off, how are you going to tell me I don't have that right to that feeling, to the point where you blocked me? You called me a clown and blocked me.
Welcome to the world of Twitter.
Welcome to the world of bitches.
Yeah, bitches on Twitter. I mean,
it's like the Philadelphia situation with me and Philadelphia sports, or Washington.
Yep. I mean, Philadelphia sports, though. I mean, that's kind of a given. I mean, have you seen Philadelphia fans?
I know Dan Law. I know Phil Atticus.
Besides Dan.
I know Phil Atticus. Real Mama Eagle here on Twitch. I know some really good Philadelphia fans. I actually know more Philadelphia good fans. Uh, Holy shit! What up, Tony? I'm actually going to discuss you in a minute. I know some Philadelphia fans. Four of them are better than pretty much the entirety of the Washington National fan base.
Ooh. All right.
I do not understand gatekeeping. Do not understand it. Wrestling is by far becoming the worst in it, though. I stopped liking AEW because of fucking gatekeeping. Not the fact that their product actually sucks. They tell no fucking stories, and their biggest three stars are not being pushed as stars because they're trying to be different than the WWE. I stopped watching WWE because of the gatekeeping. Because they're so much better than WWE. NXT is superior, and Adam Cole's the greatest thing ever, and nobody on that AEW, man, shut the fuck up. How about this? You like something? Say the positives about it. You see somebody not like something about what you're doing? Have a conversation with them. But to tell them in the form of the Washington Nationals, in the form of the Philadelphia Eagles, to go kill yourself because somebody has a different thought process in you, or you block them on Twitter because race baiting, you're fucking childish and you need to grow the fuck up.
Well, I mean, this kind of happens with like just within different sects of the wrestling community too. Like, you have like the whole everyone that's in like the indie scene. Like, there's always a war that seems going on between them and people like Jim Cornette, which that motherfucker.
That racist piece of shit.
Oh my! You saw that clip, right?
Of course I did.
Oh my god! I saw that. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! How is Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret going to respond to that? And
yeah,
I am so glad I saw that video by Zane on that. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
but you like anyway.
It happens in any fandom. The worst three right now is wrestling, Star Wars, and sports. Those are the worst three gatekeepers right now.
And gaming is probably close behind too.
Gaming. I want somebody to clip this because I actually want this to be our welcoming message on our YouTube channel. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi everybody, welcome to Boycott Everything. I'm Rev. That's Wooley. You have to say something. Jesus Christ. Perfect for this clip. I just would like you to know that if you at any point in time in your natural born fucking life think that a woman's taking a view from you because of her titties on Twitch, no. The end. Have a good day.
Aegon, please get on that.
Jesus Christ. I
mean, it not even just that, just by like the different types of like kind of like I was saying with wrestling, the different genres of like.
If you don't play MOBAs, you're not really into esports. What? What?
If you don't play FPS games, you're not a real gamer. Oh, you play those mobile games? Yeah, shut the fuck up, kid.
Yeah, like
sometimes I like to play a little bit of mobile. Sometimes I like to play a little bit of FPS, just like I like to watch a little bit of the Lucha Libre style, or the little bit of the old school, or a little bit of the Suplex City. I mean, come on.
Man, look. We are the only wrestling fan base is the only fan base that can bitch and moan and complain and cry and tweet and retweet and Facebook and Reddit and everything about how bad Brock Lesnar is for the company. But the minute he comes back and starts suplexing motherfuckers, everybody gets hype.
Yeah. I mean,
what?
Yeah, what?
You can't be bad for something and then get that hyped over something. I'm just saying.
By the way, can I make a tangent real quick?
Yeah.
With this, so you talk about how Brock Lesnar brings some hype with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know one person who gets some hype that like, it's kind of funny he gets it, but I don't quite understand it. Orange Cassidy.
Why?
All he has to do is like put his hands up and then just put them in his pockets, and crowds go nuts. I get it's
Because
his gimmick and it's funny as hell.
because it goes back. I'm sorry, it goes back to gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I know you probably didn't see that coming, and let me tell you why I say that. Everybody hates Roman Reigns because he plays a character. Everybody hates Seth Rollins because he plays a character. But Orange Cassidy does it, and it looks kind of funny and cool. And holy shit, you need proof? Do you need fucking proof that you gatekeeping assholes in the wrestling scene has ruined wrestling for people? The highest rated segment of the last 95 days in all of wrestling was a fucking wedding scene
Uh,
this past Monday.
Lashley and Lana.
That entire train wreck nonsense bullshit is the highest rated segment in 95 days in all of wrestling. AEW fans, I'm going to hurt your feelings now. You're not competing with WWE. You're competing with NXT, and they're superior to you. Because unlike NXT, unlike WWE and you guys, the person that runs NXT actually has a plan 6 months out for everybody that's in it, unless he's forced away from it from the WWE. You can hate Triple H all you want, but at the end of the day, that motherfucker knows what he's doing for a reason. WWE, you're not competing with AEW. NXT is. Bro, that's the same thing. No, it's not. You watch the shows and tell me that's the same fucking thing. When was the last time you watched the stupid love story angle on fucking on NXT? Don't worry, I'll wait. No?
No, I got none.
When's the last time you saw somebody of Sami Zayn's talent on NXT running around behind somebody talking for them on NXT? Kyle O'Reilly and Fish talks for themselves. So you can't.
Yeah.
Nobody can bring up Adam Cole to me because they talk for themselves. And Mr. O'Reilly is one of the best characters in all of wrestling.
Right.
Like, just stop. Like, there's no reason to treat people different because they don't agree with you. Oh, well, Rev said this thing about the Lightning. He must not really be a Lightning fan. Rev said that. We'll go ahead and go into the next subject with this brilliant segue. Rev says that Jameis Winston's a useless fucking dickhead and shouldn't be the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jameis Winston's bakery, where he sells turnovers at an alarming rate.
Dude, did you hear? Did you hear about him? He just threw another interception yesterday.
I saw that. It was like an overtime too, a pick six, right? Like, no, really important.
He didn't play yesterday. No NFL team played yesterday.
Oh fuck. It's late.
I know. I worded it good enough to get you. I'm happy. No team played yesterday.
Yeah, but this past weekend, I hope someone clipped that. Aegon, if you're not on this shit right now, clipping that.
Aegon's been on clips all night.
Okay,
he's got it.
All right, because that needs to be tweeted out. I will admit my dumbass mistakes there.
I'm just saying that. Look, the NFL season. We're not going to rail on Jameis. I have something for that. I have something else planned for that. The NFL season. What did you think of the regular season, Wooley?
Regular season. Well, I think I picked wrong for several divisions. I think that's probably the best I can describe. Like, there were some you have those teams where you think they'll do well, they don't do well. Cleveland, Rams, those guys just kind of flopped harder than anyone on a soccer field. But so there were some decent surprises too. I did not expect the Bills to play that well this year. And if it wasn't for the fact that they're in the same division as the Patriots, they would have probably been in the running for a division title. So, yeah, I don't. So NFL season.
So Wooley went 5 of 8 divisions.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, that's not true. He went 4 of 8 divisions. He got the East right in the AFC. He got the Central or South. Is it the South? Yes, the South right in the AFC, and he got the West right in the AFC.
Mm.
He got only the NFC East, West right in the NFC. That's the only one he got right. So that's 4 of 8. I went 7 of 8, and I'm okay with 7 and 8 because the one team I picked to win the West had no business playing for the West. Jaron went 6 of 8. No, he did not. He missed the NFC East. He missed the NFC South. He missed the NFC North. So that's minimum 5 of 8 right there.
Yeah.
He got the NFC West right. He got the AFC East right. He got the AFC North wrong. So he went 4 of 8. I smashed y'all this year. Holy shit.
Now, if only fantasy, it turned out the same way.
If I had paid attention to fantasy, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention in November.
Yeah, I actually paid attention a little bit to fantasy this year, and I got second place in our league, which was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I think the last time I logged in to my fantasy league was the day after Sean went to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say that probably.
I had a commanding league. I had a commanding league in every league when that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that Patrick Mahomes played when he shouldn't have. Oh, dude, like I was the only person. Like Wooley and Jaron laughed at me about 2 divisions, and they had to eat that fucking crow. It's so goddamn yummy, and that is the NFC East. I was 100% dead on right, and the AFC North. Oh no, the Ravens are bad. The Ravens are not as good as the Steelers would be back this year. Look at the Browns. I'm like, yeah, Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions that had a worse record than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oops. Wooly wasn't so damn cocky about the NFC North like Jaron was. Jaron was dead set. There is no way any team but the fucking Vikings was going to win that division. He was that way with the NFC North, the NFC South for sure, and the AFC North. Those 3 divisions he was dead set on. Like, no way it's not going to happen any other way. Steelers didn't make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Falcons took second in the division only because Jameis Winston threw 422 fucking interceptions.
Ding. Yeah.
And we all know what happened with the weakest team in the weakest team in the playoffs, the team that's 13 and fucking 3. Somebody explain to me how a team that's 13 and 3 is the weakest team in the playoffs. Somebody? Anybody? Hands up. Here's some reality checks for you. If you believe that the Patriots are just going to turn over and die Saturday, you don't know football.
No.
Congratulations. If you believe that the Packers are the weakest team in the playoffs, you don't know football.
Yeah, especially whenever the Titans are in there. I mean,
why do we do this thing? And we fell victim of it. I did pick Lamar Jackson at the beginning of the year to be the MVP, and everybody laughed at me. Literally, every fucking body laughed at me, including the Ravens fan that's currently in my Twitch channel. Everybody's like, come on, man.
Super Bowl champion Cleveland Browns. Oh, God, there you go.
Yep. You said it wasn't a possibility because of Patrick Mahomes. That's what everybody told me. This is 2 years in a row. I picked the MVP to start the year, and everybody was like, "Oh, come on, no way." Maybe I'll start listening to me. Maybe I'll understand. I actually know my fucking sports. Who was the only person right about the World Series? But we won't talk about that because I'll get some hate mail and told to kill myself again.
Yeah.
What's your biggest surprise of the year?
Biggest surprise of the year in football. Oh boy. Trying to think here. Probably that the Raiders were actually decent for a little bit. Because
Uh,
I expected them to be just shit tier. Like I was expecting them to go 2-14, 3-13.
yeah, you did have them going second worst record in the league.
Yeah.
We were wrong about the worst record in the league, by the way.
Yeah, the
All of us,
Bungles.
the Bungles of all people. We definitely thought it was going to be the Dolphins, like everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just overall like
My biggest surprise this year,
what was it?
Teddy fucking Bridgewater
Teddy Bridgewater.
filling in for the best quarterback of our generation and not losing that division when they could have.
Yeah. That's that definitely could have happened and somehow didn't.
He played extremely well.
Yeah.
He played extremely, extremely well. He played himself into a fat ass contract somewhere. That's what he did.
You know what was a good surprise, at least for like the first week or two that happened?
What's that?
The porn star QB. I mean, Gardner Minshew.
Man, Minshew madness.
That lasted for like what 2 weeks, and then it was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck happened to him?
It's same thing with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of all the rookies that you can remember, who you think is going to have the most impactful pro career?
Mm. Out of all the rookies, I mean, let's see. Well, wait, Lamar Jackson wasn't a rookie this year, was he?
No.
No, that's about to say.
Swords.
What?
So I'm watching Sean. Sorry.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to find the same. If Kyler Murray, like, if Arizona could like build an offensive line, like maybe he might be able to do something. But then again, this is the Arizona Cardinals we're talking about here, and
I'm sure they're going to try to trade Murray away to get Joe Burrow this year. Oh, too soon. Too soon.
Oh man.
Mine is still the one I said at the beginning of the year, and as Daniel Jones. I think that he will have the best NFL career out of their group.
Yeah.
Since I do not think you think Haskins will be okay. I'm going off what I was thinking this morning when I looked at these topics for what we're going to discuss tonight. Something did change today that makes me agree with Tony.
Okay. What was that?
Washington got a impactful, great coach for quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of him calling the plays, on everything, he got Jack Del Rio as their defensive coordinator, and he's bringing an offensive coordinator. The Washington team changed culture today, and Haskins could be fucking huge now.
Next on their agenda, that name.
but
we all know that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, the owner
first. Yeah.
Well, the owner as soon as the owner changes, I'm pretty sure the name will change as well. I mean, good God, that's a whole different topic. But
that's a 20-minute show.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Last topic, and then we can cut out and just bullshit.
All right.
Who do you think should be the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, definitely not. What's his name? Garrett. Not him.
If you want my real answer, I fucking hate the Cowboys. So Garrett, please.
I mean, if the Cowboys are going to do anything, like they gotta change the coaching staff for sure. Mr. Moneybags Jerry Jones needs to go fucking die.
I don't think he needs to die. I think he just needs to let a GM come in.
But why should he? He knows what's best. He built a dynasty.
No, Jimmy Johnson built a dynasty. Sorry for your damn luck. That was the last. I think in 2020, the 2020 season, not the year we're currently in, I think that the Ravens will stay in control of their division. I think that we have not seen the surface level of what Lamar Jackson is as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Tampa, with statements that Bruce Arians said, may try to trade up to get Joe Burrow.
All right.
What is the coach's name for Oklahoma? Damn, what is his name? I agree. I kind of agree with that.
Oh, shit. What is his name?
Billy Donovan.
Right.
That's no. That's Oklahoma Sooners. Lincoln Riley. Oops, wrong one. I hate who I think would actually fix the Cowboys, because I will never look at him as an Ohio State guy. I think Urban Meyer is the only one that can fix that issue. Or, the puckering guy in New Orleans, but he ain't leaving New Orleans, brother. Ain't no.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either.
And Tony, I don't know if they re-signed Dak. They have really? a lot of trade stuff to come up in the draft to get people like Hurts and Tua and all them.
Right.
And Dak is not a good quarterback. Who will be the Browns' 13th coach? Me. I'm officially announcing today on Twitch television that I'm leaving Twitch television to become the head football coach and GM of the Super Bowl champions, Carolina Browns. Wait, no.
Carolina Browns? God damn it, they moved from Cleveland again.
What are you looking for?
Oh, my goodness. The Carolina Browns.
Dude, if Urban Meyer becomes the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield's career is over in Cleveland already.
Yeah.
He don't put up with that shit. You can murder people. You can sexually assault people under Urban Meyer's thing, but talking back to coaches, no. You can run drugs out of your locker room in Florida. I mean, that never happened.
Yeah, all the drugs coming out of the locker room during the prayer session.
Hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything else? We can just fuck around and talk for a couple minutes.
I'm trying to look back and see if we had anything else, but I
No, that's all 4 topics for today.
yeah.
So for the advertised uh, shows that we will be doing, um, we have our favorite sports of the last decade, sports teams of the last decade, our favorite wrestlers of the last decade, our favorite game of the last decade, and our favorite streamers of the last decade. Also, the other 4 episodes that Wooley picked was biggest sports questions in 2020. I think I'm going to enjoy that one. Predicting the evolution of streaming in the 2020s, the worst thing about gaming of the past decade, the biggest disappointments in pro wrestlings of the decade. And then for the 3 special ones for the hockey nights is best sports teams you ever saw in your entire life and best athlete you saw in each sport. Um, that were not the best players at their position. Spoiler alert, that one's going to piss somebody off.
Wait, you're saying that show called Boycott Everything, where we're gonna probably say other shit that's gonna piss people off, is going
Yeah.
to piss off sports fans?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, especially since one of them has to do with the Eagles. No, I'm joking. And cancel culture. Is it working?
Spoiler
That's
alert.
the
No.
that's the tape shows y'all will be getting from us this month. I hope that everybody enjoys the new format, what we're doing, because it just feels a lot more natural. I'm gonna try to get Antonio as part of it to talk. I want to try to get him on the best athlete you've ever seen in each sport ever. That was not the best at their position. That one, I'm interested in what his thoughts are on that one, and Aegon for gaming. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to try to. I'm going to tell you the day we're going to record. If you can't show up, we're just going to record. And that's the way it has to be, because Wooley has a busy life. I'm streaming 366 days straight here on Twitch, and Wooley's going to be putting together failures from my channel, his channel, and Rise Up Gaming when they happen. So far, we have like 400 clips of Rev falling off cliffs. Damn it.
I was about to say, if I was doing that, that's pretty much my stream in a nutshell. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, there's my self confidence about my streaming right there.
But if somebody hits exclamation point in Discord and chat, you will see, and Wooly will put it on in the description down below for all of our social medias, period, across the board, and our Discord link. So if you have any topics you want us to discuss or an episode of a show you would like us to have a full episode on, Viewer's Choice channel, and you can discuss whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I need topics because I don't think we can keep thinking up all these topics without at some point.
The news days are going to be easy. What happened today that was stupid? What did Donald Trump say today?
Yep, that's pretty much it. Or if we get something like, I don't know, like if something stupid happened in a sport or something like the John Tortorella shit that happened in hockey, that could have been a topic we could have discussed.
Yeah, that could have been a topic that would, I'm probably going to change one of the. All of these are subject to change. I kind of want to get in, and I'll say something controversial to end the episode. Y'all ready?
What controversy? Oh no!
Rest in peace, David Stern. But
Ooh.
Fuck everybody and anybody that claims that he is the reason why basketball is popular. If your name is not Michael motherfucking Jeffrey Jordan, shut your fucking mouth. There is no NBA worldwide without Michael Jeffrey Jordan. There is none. Riding off the coattail of Michael Jordan and getting credit for it and everybody acting like you did something is whitewashing history. The end. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy the stream for the rest of it. And everybody else, peace out.
Later.